Hello, hi guys, how are you? My hair is a mess, but that's not the point. I'm going to send you now the correction on the exercises of lesson seven, I think, yes. So let's go. Are you ready? Can you share screen here? Yes, lesson seven. I'm not crazy. So remember what we're doing here is seeing the correct verb form to be used in each of the situations, okay? The verb form to be used can vary. You can use the gerund with ing. You may have to use the infinitive to, and it will depend on the words that precede the verb. So, for example, she blamed everybody but herself for the audition. We're going to use the verb to fail. For is a preposition. So after prepositions, verb with ing, failing. Uh, but here means except for. So she blamed everybody except for herself for failing the audition. Most people can't stand to be or being alone for long periods of time. Can't stand this expression will admit both forms. My wife wants us to adopt a child, but I don't think I'm ready for that. 4. Kelly is the kind of person who always postpones making a decision. So the verb postpone is always followed by ing. Henry needs to improve his social skills. Diane's parents were against her leaving. Here we have this combination of the adjective, her, with verb with ing, and it is a subjective form of the verb, okay? Peter denies having anything to do with Kate's bad humor. My friends warned me not to trust Liam, but I did. This is a form of subjunctive. We studied it, I think, on lesson 6 or something. There is a video with that on the group. And everybody was calm and relaxed after is a preposition, doing yoga. I think the preposition is the best one because every time you have a preposition, you will follow it with a verb with ing. Cool? So let's go for the next. Circle the alternatives. Here we have those verbs that will admit both forms, but with different meanings. So when I have verb with ing, the idea is one. When I have verb with to, I have a different idea. So the kids never remember their toys away. I need to remind them all the time. So here, to put, because it's something they need to do, it's not about remembering something you did in the past, okay? Apparently, James forgot a bonus for the new contracts. Everybody was counting on the extra money. So everybody was already waiting for the, the money. So the idea here is that James forgot something he did. So it's verb with ing, okay? He didn't forget to do something. He did something already and then forgot about it. I suspect Kay was late again because he stopped with the new girl at the cafeteria. Stop chatting is when it's as if he didn't speak to the girl anymore. It's not what I want here. So the idea here is he stopped to do something. So to chat. Mr. Wenders regrets himself off from his children after his wife passed away. So he regrets shutting. It's similar to forget. Uh, I regret doing something that I already did. I may regret to do something that I will do or am doing in the present. We've known Julie since she was a baby. We saw her into this wonderful woman, and we couldn't be more honored to be invited to the ceremony. We saw her turn. So they followed the whole process. Remember when we have a verb of perception? See her do something. They know Julie since she was a baby, so they followed all her life. So when I follow all the life, turn. If they followed only part of her life, it will be turning. Are you sure you won't take the job? That means no to a fantastic salary and a series of perks. Perk is an advantage. So that means saying no to a fantastic salary and a series of perks. Please don't forget picking or to pick up my dress at the dry cleaners. I want to wear it for Gina's party tonight. Don't forget to pick something that you need to do. Forget to do. Don't forget to do that. Something you did already and forgot doing. Okay? That was the worst moment of my life. I felt the ground and there was nothing I could do to stop it. So here's a verb of perception. So shaking. It's not something that is for a long. He followed part. Okay. I'm sorry, I didn't mean. I thought the room was empty. Again, I didn't mean to do something, so I didn't mean to interrupt. Cassie never forgets a birthday gift for her mother. She says it is the least she can do for someone who has been always there for her. Such a nice sentiment. So she never forgets to buy something she needs to do, okay? Very good. Now, I'm sure you read the text properly. You have to choose the photo that best relates to it. So it will be no, no. Very good. There is what's the name of that thing? An activity that I put on the group a while ago with a video called Pearl. It talks a little bit about this. It's a very interesting, it's a very cute animation and a very good exercise. If you have the time, I recommend you do that, okay? And now you see I didn't explain the words in the text, the new words, because I want you to do this. So by stereotyping, we infer. So infer means assume. According to the Dictionary of Psychology by Mike Cardwell, a stereotype is a fixed, overgeneralized. To generalize something is generalizar. Overgeneralize is generalizar além da medida. Belief about a particular group of or class of people. By stereotyping, we assume that the person has a series of characteristics and abilities that all members of the group he or she belongs to have. These generalizations can sometimes be positive, like when we say overweight people are jolly and Japanese people excel So to excel is to be good or talented at something, at math, but most often stereotypes tend to be negative, and foster. Foster means to promote or stimulate prejudice. There are many other meanings to the word foster. One that is very common is, for example, that's the foster family for the kid. So, for example, a child is in a situation of danger or risk. He or she is taken away from her family, but she cannot be adopted immediately. So a foster family is like a temporary family where the kid will, who the kid will stay with for the period, for a given period of time, okay? It happens for people, the idea, the general idea is for people, but it being increasing now the idea of foster family for animals. Abandoned animals on the street will be rescued, stay in a temporary home, a foster home, a foster family, and then go away. But that's a different meaning. Here, promote and stimulate. While prejudice has to do with negative feelings and attitudes, discrimination involves negative actions. Let's take age as an example. We often form judgments and have expectations about people based on their age. If you generalize and say older people are physically weak and slow, you are stereotyping. If you say you don't like to work with older people because they are weak and slow, you have a prejudice against them. So, stereotype, prejudice. And now, and if a company doesn't hire people over 60 because they think they are weak and slow, that is discrimination. This degree of of meanings and seriousness, so to speak, is very dear to English. So when you learn words, maybe they have a similar meaning, but I believe for you that are very advanced students, it's important to start, you know, learning the gradations of these things, okay? Unfortunately, ageism, that is this discrimination and prejudice against older people, is only one of the many kinds of prejudice and discrimination in today's world. Several different factors contribute to the presence of prejudice and discrimination, including the need to conform. To conform is to follow or go along to the views of family, friends, and associates. But effective ways to reduce or eliminate them are yet to be found. Okay? So guys, that's it. We have the little, please do it, send it to my WhatsApp, and I'll be glad to correct it. That's what we had to correct, I guess, I think. I hope I haven't forgotten anything. And see you later at 2 o'clock. Kisses and see you soon. Bye-bye.